Prachi, welcome to the Impacted Studio. We are a sustainable startup ecosystem and we are also a media channel, and we would love to welcome you to our studio today. I heard a lot of amazing stuff about your startup, and I wanted to get you on the platform and ask you some amazing questions which would lead us into different directions and depths of knowledge that you can provide us. So, should we start?
Yes, we can, and thank you so much for making me come to this platform, this amazing platform, and a part of the sustainable startup ecosystem that you are creating. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
Welcome. So, Prachi, my people who have been listening to us on our channel have always been asking us some questions that what kind of startups do you go for? And we always put a light on the word sustainable. So what comes to your mind when you hear the word sustainable? Maybe the way you explain it will be more clearer to our audience than what I explain it to them. So please go ahead, please explain to us what sustainable means to you.
So when I hear the word sustainable, what comes to my mind is creating an impact to already existing ecosystem and making it more efficient through any kind of sustainable way. So that's what comes to my mind when I hear the word sustainable.
Great. So that's another way of explaining what sustainable could be. And thank you for putting light on that. So let's move forward. Let's go deeper into what you have started and what is your aim and what are your dreams and what are your steps and what are your risks and challenges. So we'll start with the very simple question in the beginning, which is what does T Point actually solve? We know that it is a t-shirt company, or is it a tea company? Are we selling chai or are we selling t-shirts? Please tell me.
Thank you so much for this question. So this question has been raised from many people to me when I first started. So the word T point basically meets the T junction, the T point where the artist and the audience meet.
Right.
So that's the motto behind the word T point.
Right.
And the problem that we are trying to solve is the visual art industry of India. So the artists, if you see, they are very unorganized and they find it very, very difficult to reach their target audience. So I'll just quote one report, the FCCI report of 2018, which throws light on visual art industries of India, and it shows that India was among the topper in South Asia market when it comes to visual arts, and it shows that what amazing potential we as a country have. But there is a pain area where we see among all the artists that participated, only 4% of them had incurred sales. So we see we have a lot of potential, but when it comes to result, the sales are not that much significant. So that's the major problem that we are trying to solve, that bringing the potential to the result and connecting the artist, their artwork, to the audience through merchandise. So that's the way we are commercializing their artwork. So what it does is recreating the artwork on the already selling products. That's merchandise, and that's how people would buy it. So that's a way of doing it, and that's one solution that we have come across.
So basically what I understand out of this is you get artists onto media. Media in your sense would be t-shirts,
yes,
as well as other merchandise as well.
Correct.
And you will take their art and then you will create an ecosystem where they can earn out of their art by having a cash cow in their house, right?
Very true, very true.
Okay, amazing. Anything else you want to say?
So I was just giving you one example. So there are many artists who just like to paint, like to sketch, but they are not very well versed with the technology. So in this way we are trying to, with just a single piece of artwork, making it digital through our team, and one single piece can be converted to multiple products and can be sold to multiple audience.
Yes.
So that's and with every sale the artist gets paid. So it's just creating a regular income with just a single piece of artwork.
Amazing. What a problem to solve.
Thank you.
There is a lot of what we have also seen, a little bit of stress in the market where artists have always been very risky about their own business. So they
Yes.
have always suffered because maybe I also believe in the way you have developed your startup, that artists also need something that stabilizes their thinking so they can innovate on top of it.
Correct.
So that is where I think your startup stands really well. And you started from t-shirts, so that's why the T point.
Yeah, that's why, and also our motto of making it the single point of contact. So that's how it goes.
Great. So let's move forward. Let's give people, our audience, a little more about what is motivating you to be on this journey. So what has been your motivation? What made you to solve this problem? There were so many challenges to solve, but you chose this. Why?
So I always believed in the beauty of art and how it is a medium of expression. And due to pandemic, millions of artists were out there who were suffering to sell their artwork, because the only platform they had was the offline media, the offline melas, the offline hearts, and it all got closed. So they were suffering a lot, and that at that point I had to come up with an idea that solves this problem as well as create a permanent solution to this problem. So that's what motivated me. So in the beginning I was not sure how to do it, and I just had in mind that I have to solve this problem. So I brainstormed, I networked, I connected with few of the artists of my friend circle of the rural India, and that's when I developed this, that this can be a way, because people already buy the merchandise products, so why not give them something unique product as well as the art with it. So that's what motivated me, and I got a very good response from my artists, also from my customers, so that kept me going.
Great. So your motivation has been through the experiences that you've had
Yes.
till now, right?
Yes.
And you came across a challenge that you aligned to, I think, very deeply.
Correct.
Which is showing in your actions.
Yes.
So let's move forward. Great. What a motivation and what a product. Now, when we have these questions, what kind of steps do you take for the artist to move from his art to market? So what is the go-to market for an artist enabled by the T point?
Okay. So usually in the beginning what we saw was the artists were dependent on selling off their original artwork.
Right.
And we didn't want to take the ownership from them, because once it is sold, it is sold. They can't get it back, or it's like a fixed amount to it. But it is not justified to the hard work, to the skill that is involved in that single piece. So the market that we are giving the artist is huge, because these products, daily lifestyle products, merchandise products, people buy it on a day-to-day basis, and it's not just in India, it's around the globe. And giving it a unique feature of art is something that the audience would love. So that's the market we are organizing, we are creating. There is already existing market which buys these products, but we are focusing on the specific audience who believes in promoting art, who believes in adding a unique value to their already buying products. So that's the market we are giving our artists, and that's how we are making the art and the merchandise a combined product. So that's what we are doing.
Okay. So in these steps, if an artist makes his art piece,
Correct.
right, he has it on his table and he's wondering for so long that what can I do with this art piece
Yes.
on my table?
Yes.
So what steps does he take to enter your organization and become a part of your supply chain, maybe, if I can say that?
Yes. So there are many artists who have pieces of paintings, sketches lying with them and not knowing what to do with it. So they just have to share a scanned copy of it. The original piece remains with them. And with the scanned copy, we have a design team that recreates it on what kind of merchandise products it can be infused into. And after we have infused it, we launched a product on our website, on the online other marketplaces, and so we sell their artwork through it. So he's creating, he's just sending us the scan copy. He or she is sending us the scan copy, and that then it's our job to make it commercial and to get revenue out of it. And as we sell it through the platform, the artist gets the royalty payment with every sale. So it's like after he's done with the artwork, he just has to connect with us, and rest of the work we are doing and giving them the regular income through just a single piece.
So looking at this product, it is such a big solution for the hinterland dwellers who are basically not are confused of what to earn and how to earn.
Correct.
And they can take art as one line of work if there could be an ecosystem that also trains them into that side, so it enables that way of thinking as well, that if I train myself into art, maybe that art can go onto a platform and I can keep on earning for my family for a while I can think of what I need to do, and over a period of time, if they are interested, they might be able to sell it on your platform, right?
Yes.
That is also another idea that could be amazing.
That could be, and we have a very talented artists with us who are willing to train the fellow artists, the new artists who are very confused on how to do it, what to do it. So we are also coming up with that facility. So in that way we will connect, we'll have a huge network of connections, helping each other out, making the sales. So that's what we are doing.
You're not only a selling platform, but you're an ecosystem as well, or a community as well.
Community basically.
Great. So let's move forward. How is the T-Point solution unique in the market?
Yes.
How do you differentiate? I am not sure who could compete with you, but in the end, how is T-Point placed in the market?
Yes.
Please tell me.
So the uniqueness of this idea lies in, like, we are merging the two product ranges, art and merchandise.
Right.
So that's unique in its form. And also we are not just targeting the graphic designers who are equipped with the technology, but we are also targeting the rural India artist, the artists who are not very well versed with the technology. These can be Wadhwani painters, these can be Gond art paintings. So, and we are trying to help them out. We have a design team who gets digitalize their artwork, and that's the uniqueness of this idea, that it is not just limited to the technology front art, but also on the art which does not have technology factor to it. And with this idea, with this launch of the product, this one single piece can go to multiple audience, can get multiple revenue. So that's just the uniqueness of it, and that's how we stand out among the others and how we provide a unique solution to the market.
Right. So on one side you're socially conscious, and on the other side you're profitable.
Yes.
And so if I were to ask you, you have been supported by a number of incubators, right?
Yes.
And please give us some examples or names of some ecosystems that have already supported you. What has been the support? What has been your feedback? And how do you see yourself in the next 1 year?
Okay. So when I started with this idea, I was not sure what the direction could be, what the future can be. And that's when I started approaching the incubators and all the support systems that we have in our country. So I started with applying to IIM Kashipur, and fortunately I got selected, and I was among the top 30 among the 950 applications received. And that was my first incubation experience I had. And it was amazing. IIM Kashipur had provided me guidance, mentoring, and all the knowledge that was required to sustain in the ecosystem. After that, I was also recognized by UN Women as industry disruptor, which was a huge motivating factor for me for believing in the uniqueness of this idea. And it went on. So currently I am a part of NASSCOM's 10,000 Startup Initiative. Also I am part of ISB's Sprout program, and also I am working towards Technology for Impact program of JSS Noida. So that's the program I am associated with, and that have played a very important role in my startup journey. providing me mentoring, providing me the ecosystem, providing me all the technology aspects of my idea. And recently I was also selected by UN Escape and Commonwealth Secretariat for being a part of the training of women entrepreneurs of South Asia that was held in Nepal. And it was a very good exposure for me because connecting to 7 to 8 different countries and getting to know how we are all same but in a very diverse kind of way. So was something that motivated me and created impact for my business and how can I reach the global market through it.
That is really, really nice that
Thank
you have been supported by so many of those and you have been discovered by them. It shows what your standing is. Amazing.
Thank you.
Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Move forward. Moving forward, how do you describe the current art landscape a little deeper? What are the challenges that you think are majorly, what I think there are 2 to 3 types of artists. One would be one who is not established, so he's just come out of college and he is struggling in his own way and achieving in his own way.
Yes.
Then there is another artist who is already established and he is also suffering in some way and winning in some ways.
Yes.
Because obviously it's a risky business to be in.
Correct.
Right? So looking at these two, what do you think would be the challenges faced by each one of these kind of artists? So what do you think, if you can throw some light on it?
Yes, so you have perfectly described like how different kind of artists are present in our ecosystem. So in my view, how I view it is there are 2 aspects to it. So firstly, there is an example of like there is an art gallery and we go to a art gallery, we have beautiful paintings there. So as a common man, when I go there, so there are so many paintings that I want to buy but I'm not able to.
Okay.
Because of maybe it's a luxury purchase for me. Second aspect of it is when I go to a haat or a local mela where we have the artists who are willing to sell any painting with a very little amount, and in that situation also we negotiate. So it's like in that way we are able to buy a artwork but we are not doing justice to it. So these are the 2 different things, 2 different views on art.
And this is faced by both types
of artists.
Basically a problem of the target audience and how the perception of a product changes with the price. Which is an amazing problem you're solving. So from one side you're solving for a startup, for an artist who is not knowing his price.
Yes.
And you're saying that this platform you can't negotiate.
You can't negotiate, and it's like giving our customers a purchase that might be a luxury for him or her when he or she goes to any other media.
Right.
But with our platform, everyone can afford it, and it's like giving a platform to the artist.
And the prices are also very affordable.
Yes,
what
it's
I
very
saw
reasonable.
on your platform was ranging from a 300 to a 900 rupees.
Yes,
which is
that's
nothing
true.
these days. Everyone goes to all types of shops and just goes ahead and for the brand itself buys for 1,000, 1,500 as well.
That's
so at
true.
that price, this is such a nice startup to just celebrate Indian art.
That's
amazing,
true.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
So let's move forward. Can you please describe the persona of your potential customer? Who is your customer? You can give it as an example, name the person, give it a name or give a journey of that person, or just give that target audience understanding to us. Who is the buyer?
Okay. So for me, he or she is a common man. And I view it like he or she wishes to go to art gallery or more often doesn't able to or not that frequently goes to these exhibitions, but somehow it's inclined towards buying art, somehow has a different taste in music, in art, in the recreation, and also wants to have art in his or her day-to-day life. So that's the customer, that's the common man who can buy from a platform, and with our products they can have art in their day-to-day life with a value-added product and also can celebrate their hobbies or their interest with just a very reasonable purchase. So that's our ideal customer, and
So
that's
yours is a mass market
Yes.
who is really celebrating Indian art in their thoughts,
Yes.
and the person is wanting to look at something new,
Yes.
right? And presenting it in front of his friends and just
Yes.
celebrating your art in front of others. So it's like branding that they are carrying because your artists are on their t-shirts.
Correct. Very
Amazing.
true. Very true.
Amazing, amazing. So tell us your wish for the tea point. So
Okay.
how do you see this brand going over the next 5 years?
Okay.
What is the wish?
Okay. So when it comes to wish, I see that I want to build a network where I can capture not just urban artists but also the rural artists. The network should be huge, and the artists should be able to reach the globe. Their products should be able to reach around the globe, and also I want to create such diverse products for my customers that they will be all be surprised by the range we have, and not just from India, from everywhere, from the regional art to modern art. So it should be, that's my vision of how I see my brand in the coming few years. So that's my wish list for it.
Right, so expanding in all sides of the business.
Yes.
Improving the value chains with community thinking.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. So what a nice startup we have in our midst.
Thank you so
I
much.
would love to give you one more small last question, which we ask everyone. So one characteristic that is true to our any business, any startup, any thought or any action that you take is the word we think the most important word is resilience. Now, what is resilience? Resilience could be anything defined by someone, what kind of challenges they face and how they go through it. So, in terms of your organization, your startup, what do you think of resilience?
Okay, so as a startup ecosystem you perfectly know what is the important characteristic a startup is always relying on, and that's resilience. So that's very true, and for me
How do you describe resilience in your own words?
so it's something that keeps you going even if you are faced by challenges, even if you are faced by difficulties, but you somehow try to escape it, somehow try to fight it, and then you succeed. So that's how I define it. Yes.
So it was a pleasure talking to Prachi Wadhwani, who represents the Tea Point. Take this content on our channel on YouTube, as well as we will be opening up podcasts, as well as we will have it on our impactx.media as an article format. So don't miss it.